Thank you, Coach. We are in the Pacific Northwest as we get set for football at CenturyLink Field here in Seattle. Tonight, it's the NFC's turn to take center stage as we've got a wild card matchup on tap between the Minnesota Vikings and the Seattle Seahawks. Winner go home is the mantra, and off we go. We're underway in this NFC wild card game. This one fielded at the 5. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28-yard line. Now they'll run it on the toss. And, a little spin cycle. Room to run now. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. They may want to go back to that one. First play of the drive, good for 15 and a first down. One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. Right back to him on first down. And taking it across midfield and just shy of the 40. That one good for 16, and the drive will continue. Well, one unit I know you want to watch is that offensive line. If they keep clearing holes like that, it could be a long night defensively.
No doubt about it, because when they are in sync, as we're seeing so far, when that continuity is there, and you can see that they're playing off of each other while controlling the defensive front and linebackers, you're exactly right. It could be a very long night for the defense because someone's going to run for some big yardage.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down.
Watch it now, Barney.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he only manages a couple here down to about the 38-yard line.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease. And
he can't get rid of it. He's taken down.
Sometimes I watch games and wonder why they use play fakes on certain passing situations because it's not going to fool anyone. I don't know if that was the case here, but the end result was the same. No one fooled. The quarterback was hit.
And on third down, a nickel formation here defensively.
Hurry up, here we go. Green 39, green 39.
Off play action. Williams. He can run for it, and he will. And he'll go down here at the 35-yard line. Decent gain on the scramble to 6, but now it's 4th.
And they had an extra defensive back on the field on that play, and the coverage was excellent. He tried to pull it down and run for it, but they rallied to him and kept him short of a first down.
And on their first drive, the offense staying out there. They're going to go for it on fourth.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky.
Operating from the gun, Williams. And my goodness, this is incomplete. Boy, it looked like he had it and dropped it. And this crowd loves it as their guys hold on the opening drive. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10.
Here we go now. Green.
On the ground, this is Saquon Barkley. Bulldozes past him. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. Solid way to start the drive. 13 yards, picking up the first.
Well, he does it at a high level, doesn't he? Because when I watch him, I think of his vision. Straight ahead, peripheral, also has that sense of where holes are going to be before they actually open. I think that helps set him apart from many of the other backs in the league.
Hurry up, here we go. Green.
Now on 1st down, he'll drop to throw it. Escaping the pressure right. Looking right sideline, that's complete. Give him 30 yards there.
Looked like the defense put pretty good pressure on him, but he's able to flush out to his right to try and evade people. On the run, had to get on his horse. Still accurately throws a nice pass for a 1st down.
Set. 3, 9.
A 1st down carry for Barkley. And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd down.
He has elite instincts from his linebacker spot. He's able to diagnose the run and flies in like a missile to stop that one behind the line of scrimmage.
Now let's go. Blue 90. Blue 90. Gone, gone.
Back to throw. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. His first catch of this wild card game, and it's good for a 1st down.
Watch it now, Barney. Barney.
From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. And that one's going to be over everybody in the back of the end zone. It's incomplete.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that 1st down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
They'll try again here from the 7 on 2nd and goal.
Here we go now. Blue.
They get it to him running left. And they'll get him down here at about the 5-yard line. Call it a gain of a yard as they get a little bit closer here. It's 3rd and goal. Defensively, I think they can smell a stop. Ball right around the 5 here, brings up 3rd.
And I think what they've done is they put doubt in the minds of the offensive guys. What do we do? Because now you don't have a go-to play. Either side they pick, throwing it, running it, it won't be easy.
Try and run for this. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. The keeper good for only 4, and that's going to lead to a 4th down.
How about that for defense? Every hole plugged up. Can't run it inside, can't bounce it outside. That sets up 4th and goal from the 2. Right now, advantage defense.
So the first points of the night belong to our home team as they're able to take the opening kickoff and at least get 3 points out of it.
Yeah, and that helps the crowd, right? It helps people feel good about why they're there watching this game. They moved the ball well on their opening drive.
This one fielded at the 5. And he'll take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. And now out comes Minnesota. And on that last drive, went for it on 4th, turned it over. But good job by their defense, though. They held them to 3, but this offense, they've got to be a little bit better, a little bit more careful here.
And sometimes when you see these calls on 4th down, when they decide to go for it, it's not necessarily the coach saying, I believe in my offense. Sometimes the coach saying, I believe in my defense. I can afford to go for it here because if we don't get it, I I don't think we'll give up more than 3, and that's exactly what happened.
You think that factored in?
I do. I think that he had that in his mind going into the game, that I'm going to be aggressive on offense because I know I've got a defense that can hold up their end.
It'll be a loss of 7 on the play, and it'll be a 2nd and long. Williams off the play fake. Now that'll be tipped and intercepted. He's picked off just shy of midfield. And to the 40-yard line, that's where the return stops. Cooper was the intended target.
Well, they didn't exactly show patience there, did they? Just down a score, they come out firing right away and compound things by throwing an interception. They put their defense in a really tough spot.
Lucky 56. Watch him now, Barney. Hot.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And a short gain there down to the 37-yard line. Give them 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
On 2nd down, here's Barkley. And an alley to run. And they're able to get this one past the 30 to the 25-yard line. 12 yards there as they move the chains.
Well, they came into this game saying it was important that they set the tone and show that they can run the football. And I believe that they've done that here in the first quarter.
And he takes it down to the 10-yard line. 15 more there, and they're on a roll. It's another first down. Well, they're making an effort to get the ground game going tonight. So far, it's working.
I like what we're...
And he is in for the Seattle touchdown. Saquon Barkley, a 10-yard touchdown run. And the Seahawks add on to their lead. Solid job up front, really just a solid job all the way around to get that one in.
That was well executed, wasn't it? Well blocked, well run, end result, 6 points.
Touchdown. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This one fielded at the 5. And nice work on the return as they'll start their drive just past the 30-yard line. And now out comes Minnesota. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down.
Defenses always talk about earning the right to rush the passer on 3rd down, and you know what offenses want? Win first down so they can set things up for themselves better.
And that wasn't helpful there. Not a big impact on first down. Now they'll run it on the toss. And he'll get this one up to about the 39 here. It's a gain of 6, moves him to a manageable 3rd and 2 situation.
I know the toss play begins with the guy taking the snap and turning around and tossing it to the runner. But where the real intrigue is, can they seal the edge? Whether it's an offensive tackle or a tight end in the direction they want to run the football. If they do that, that's the result that you get, that type of a gain. If they don't, oftentimes it's not a very successful play.
And he'll be taken down across the 50 at the 45 in enemy territory. It's a pickup of 16 there, and it'll lead to a new set of downs.
Now let's go. Green 39. Green 39.
Now this time he'll look to throw. And they're going to get him. He's taken down for a sack back at the 47-yard line.
We said it before the game, and I think it's still apparent. If these guys are going to advance in these playoffs, they're going to have to wreak some havoc coming off the edge.
Yeah, wild card round. They told us the wild card could be that defensive pressure. They showed it there. Now, following the sack, they'll look to make amends on a second down and 17.
No, check.
Back to throw. Williams. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. 23 yards on the play. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Now they'll run it on the toss. And he gets it all the way down inside the 10 and mark him at the 5. Good yardage as he rumbles for 24 and a first.
That's a big league run. Takes him down inside the 5-yard line, and momentum definitely on the side of the guys on offense. And if you're an offensive lineman, you love to run the football, especially out in the field where there's some space. But I would get you in on a little bit of a secret. Those guys like it in tight, too, because they get matched up and they get to show just how stout they are in a tough situation. They're recommending they run it again. But we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading the play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
Looking to throw. Williams. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. He'll wind up getting 4 there on his own, but it will leave him now with a 3rd down situation. This stadium once registered as the loudest roar ever recorded, and you can hear him now. 3rd and goal. Now they'll run it on the toss. And he maybe makes it back to the line of scrimmage. That's it. What a stand so far defensively. And now that's going to bring up a 4th and goal.
Okay, we got 4. Let's go, fellas. We got 4 down. Let's go.
They failed once in this spot earlier, but the offense will stay out to go for it on 4th down. I think
yardage that they were desiring.
Daniel Carlson now. Carlson able to put this one through. And they get themselves on the board here. It's 10-3. So 3 drives now for this offense, and that field goal gives them their first 3 points.
So if you're an offensive coordinator and you're averaging a point a drive, you're in the wrong line of work, aren't you? You got to find a way to unlock the key to these defenses and put some big points on the board.
This one fielded at the 5. Uses the spin, and he'll get it up to about the 26-yard line just across the 25. As Seattle now ready to march onto the field. They're starting to put some space here. You know, first quarter, they didn't look so hot offensively. This second quarter, though, they've looked really good.
They've jumped in the saddle in a big way now, and now they're in full gallop. I mean, before, kind of cantering around a little bit, right, trying to feel their way, not getting done what they wanted to. But somehow they put it together with play calling, execution, and now there's a pretty big gap.
And they'll look to make that gap even bigger here. And he's going to get about 7 yards on that one, up to around the 33.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice, solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
Hurry up, here we go. Green 39, green 39.
Here's a give to Barkley, and he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line. Just 4 yards on the pickup, but that's good enough to extend the drive.
So many teams want to throw the ball in this situation nowadays, but I love watching a team that has enough confidence to go ahead and run the football in that situation. That's almost a tendency breaker.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
Let's go. Blue landed.
look to throw here on first down. And a quick throw here, that's complete. A really nice pickup of 14 yards, and it moves the sticks. He's been the forgotten man in this first half. Not a guy you want to forget. Not only his first catch, first time they've targeted him.
That doesn't make any sense, does it?
Not
because
at all.
those are the types of plays that he provides. When he does come alive, when they do look his way, not only is it a big catch, it's a first down.
From Viking territory now, they'll come up 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line. Back to throw here, eluding the pressure right. Oh, did he hang on to it? He did on the dive. Nice grab. That one goes for 24 yards.
A Hall of Fame coach once said, there are no medals for trying. And that wasn't a trying effort, was it? That was a winning effort. How about that great catch?
Excellent. They know, hey, you lose this game, you get a ding or two. You got 7 months to heal. They're going to go all out.
Green, 39. Green.
On first down, he'll drop to throw. Out to the flat. That's complete to his running back. No gain on the play there. It'll be 2nd down.
Here they come, here they come, here they come. Crash.
2 minutes to play here in the first half. Back with more NFC playoff action after this. Had the completed pass, but for no gain, stopped right at the line, so it's 2nd and 10. They'll look to throw. Over the middle, and it's incomplete.
Even without a ton of pressure in his face, it just shows how difficult it is to pick apart his own defense. Those guys are sitting back, and they're not playing receivers as much as they're playing the eyes of the quarterback and when he delivers the ball.
They come up to the line now facing a 3rd and 10 after the incompletion.
Gone, 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 gone. Gone, 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 gone.
They'll look to throw here. And he comes back with one complete. They give him 13 yards there on the play and a fresh set of downs. And now the Vikings are going to stop it here on defense with a timeout. And they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the first down.
Gone, 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 gone. All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
He'll drop to throw. That's going to be caught at the 10-yard line. And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he get a good head of steam going.
And he'll take this one down inside the 5 to the 3. Another timeout called by the Vikings now, as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down.
All right, here we go.
And he's across the chalk into the end zone. Touchdown, Seahawks. It's their quarterback. A 3-yard run as he kept it himself. And the Seahawks find a way to stretch their lead. Extra point splits the uprights, and the lead is now 17-3. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Vikings offense now heading out to take over. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But they also have to remember they did get points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
And they're able to get this one across the 35. A gain of 11 to kick off the drive, and it's a quick first down.
I'm okay with the call there. In fact, I actually like it. I know they're down a couple of scores, but the running game worked in that situation. I would continue to go in that direction.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
Watch it now, Barney, Barney.
And now the Seahawks are going to take a timeout here on defense. as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half.
Watch him now, Barney! Barney! Detroit! Detroit!
Williams now on first down. Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. That one good for 16, and the drive will continue.
We can talk all we want about football being a game of strength and brawn. It's also a game of mismatches, and they're trying to create one there, getting it to their back out of the backfield to make a bigger play.
As we often say, get it to him in space, let him use his leg.
Yeah, if he can get a matchup against a long...
This is caught inside the 15. And he's taken down, but not before reaching the 10-yard line. And now the Seahawks are going to call another timeout, as they'll stop it with 40 seconds remaining in this first half. Two big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's first and goal. Here's Williams. From the gun, he'll throw. Now he's flushed out left. And he will go down outside of the pocket for a sack. Tried to get away, but could not. And before this second down play, we'll get a whistle, a signal, and a timeout, as they get it right at the 30-second mark of this first half. First down, a bit of a disaster, and now on second and goal, back even further. Back to throw. Williams. And that'll be caught by Diggs for a Minnesota touchdown. Stephon Diggs, a 15-yard touchdown grab. And the Vikings are able to make this a close game again. Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And that slices the lead down to 17-10. This game back within a touchdown now as the kickoff's away. This one fielded at the 5. Solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32-yard line. The Seattle now ready to march onto the field. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
A little over 20 seconds remaining in the half as they'll line up here first and 10. They'll come out throwing here on first down. Flushed out right. Now he's going to let it go deep right sideline. And that is incomplete. 16 seconds now on the clock.
Well, partner, they're not content to run this one out as we head towards the half, trying to hit a big chunk play right there and add to their score.
Yeah, this is a confident group. At the very least, they're thinking field goal.
Yeah, and I don't blame them one bit. I don't think you sit on the ball going into the half when you have a chance to put some more points on the board.
Blue 90! Detroit! Detroit!
Now he'll look to throw here on second and 10. Flush to his right. Now he's going to let it go deep. Well, this is taken in. It's complete. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. He got 29 yards that time. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a first and 10.
Now let's go.
They'll look to throw now on first down. Throw left side complete. It's Wilkins. And we're going to get a timeout with 2 seconds remaining in the second quarter. So with 2 ticks left here in the half, on is the field goal unit. Made his first, this now from 42 yards out. And his kick is good. So we come upon halftime here in this NFC wildcard matchup as we send you cross-country to Orlando. Jonathan Coachman is there and has our EA Sports halftime report. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This one fielded at the 5. Solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32-yard line. The Seattle offense now set to come back out on the field. They built a good first-half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. Call it a gain of 4 on first, and that'll make it second down.
Third quarter, and you've got the lead. You're not ready to go into that 4-minute offense to close the game out, but a running game can really benefit your team right now.
Lucky 56.
He'll look to throw. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
Oh, that's got to frustrate him a little bit because they nearly got to him there, and it would have been the first sack of the game. Instead, they're able to influence the release, and they did force the incomplete pass.
So after the second down incompletion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6.
All right, here we go.
They'll drop to throw. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. And they'll get 14 yards out of it and a fresh set of downs.
Patriot. All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
They'll set up to throw. Escaping the pressure right. And he just gets rid of it. Throws it away. The wise move there. Looked like nobody open. Now second down.
What's the old adage? Be quick, but don't hurry. Well, that went right out the window there. He was hurried, harassed. That ball had to be gotten rid of. Otherwise, he was going to get sacked.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10.
No. Check. Patriot.
Looking to throw. And it's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And he'll be brought down, it looks like right at the 40. And they'll get 9 there as that sets him up better for 3rd down.
Let's not quibble about the gain there on second down. That was a positive play because that was a take-what-you-can-get situation. Got out to the tight end. Now it gives them much better opportunity to convert on 3rd down.
This is 3rd and 1. Very likely 4-down territory, even if they don't get it, though. They'll try to run for it with Barkley. Call it no gain that time, and they're going to be left looking up at a 4th and 1.
That was a terrific job by the defense stopping them on 3rd and short. But sometimes you get some visual cues from the offense because when they're going in short yard situations, you might see the offensive line come in tighter together, a little more shoulder to shoulder, trying to wedge a hole in the middle. They didn't get it done on that play.
Now on 4th down here, that pass knocked away and incomplete. Even though they didn't get it, probably the right call. Too long for a field goal and just not a whole lot to gain from a punt there.
Yeah, you wouldn't have really netted very much yardage if you pumped the ball, right? And the thing about a field goal, and you know this from so much experience, the longer the field goal, the lower it comes out off the kick, right? Which means it's got a better chance of being blocked. So you're taking a chance either way. I like the fact they went for it.
Now Williams to throw on 2nd down. Got an open man, it's Ratley. His 2nd catch of this wild card game, and it goes for a 1st down.
Check.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Now they'll run it on the toss. And that play went nowhere. Losing yardage. It'll be back at the 36. It'll be a loss of 1, and it'll be 2nd and 11. They'll run it now out of the gun. That's good for 21 yards and a 1st down.
Well, that last run makes this a 100-yard night. I've loved the way he's hit the holes. He's been quick, he's been decisive, and he's been a whole lot of fun to watch.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Minnesota. A great effort there. A 15-yard touchdown run. And the Vikings have made this now a one-score game. So just a 3-point game now as they send this one away. This is taken at his 4. Spinning away. And he will be brought down here at about the 17-yard line. The Seahawks offense now, they get ready to come back onto the field. And last time out, went for it on 4th down, turned it over, gave them great field position, turned into 6 points, so they've got to recover here, Charles.
It's amazing what one decision can do in the chain of events, right? The decision to go for it on 4th down.
Caused all of that.
It caused every bit of it, but it showed confidence. Hey, I've got confidence in you guys. Go pick it up for them. Didn't happen. Also showed confidence in the defense. They didn't pick up their end of the bargain, so now they've got to come back out and start over and rebuild that confidence. Well, they had that one sniffed out. Excellent run blitz. Stopped that one for a short gain.
What makes a good run blitz a good run blitz?
The ability to stay on task, to follow up your assignment, go to the gap you're supposed to cover, and not be deterred by anything else.
Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. Eluding the pressure right. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. And on that one, the protection just broke down.
You've got to have that leverage, don't you? We always talk about low man wins in the running game for an offensive lineman versus a defensive lineman. It's essentially the same thing in pass protection. Get lower than that defensive lineman so that you can keep your balance and keep him away from your guy trying to throw the football.
Watch it now, Barney.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Flushed out right. Throwing right, and that's complete. And he's able to get this one all the way past the 30. A good pick up there of 20 yards.
Sometimes it's designed, and sometimes you just have to know when to leave the pocket and move and make something happen. And on that play, he was able to get on the run and was still accurate throwing the football.
Detroit!
Back to throw now on 1st down. And it's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And he'll be brought down right around the 37. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down.
Well, they're unable to convert that into much, but it's never a bad idea to try to get the ball into a tight end of his caliber's hands and see what kind of disruption he can cause.
Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
I think he had to unload that one before he wanted to. He was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there without a license, don't you?
Just not enough time for the play to develop. Just lucky it wasn't a fumble, really. The Seahawks on 3rd down. They've converted 4 times out of 6. Not bad. This will be 3rd and 5. They're going to look to throw. He's got a 1st down and then some at midfield. And he takes it across the 50 to the 46-yard line. First catch of this wild card game for a 1,000-yard receiver in the regular season. He's got a 1st down, too. From Viking territory now, they'll come up 1st and 10 at the 46.
Detroit! Now let's go. Green 39. Green 39.
The pitch goes to Barkley. And he's going to be out of bounds down around the 35-yard line. They get 10 more there, and I believe that'll be enough for another 1st down. It will.
Looks to me like maybe there's a little attrition setting in with this drive, because when you see that type of a run, I get the feeling the defense getting a little bit tired.
And that's the last thing they need, especially when they look up at the scoreboard. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. False start's going to push him back, but these days, how hard must it be to be an offensive lineman?
It's very hard, Brandon. You've got defensive linemen flinching, trying to draw you offside. You've got the loud crowds, and there are just so many super athletic players on defense now that you have to deal with each week. But through it all, these guys just sit in there for 4 quarters and slug it out.
He'll look to throw. Looking left sideline, it's complete. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. 23 yards on the play.
Here we go now. 3-19. 3-19. Leopard.
Inside the red zone here. They'll look to throw. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down.
It's interesting, partner, that most defenses try and guard the 35-yard line actively because they think the way kickers are nowadays, about a 52-yard field goal, they're kind of giving up points. But you get even deeper in the territory, you get into the red zone, they're going to guard it even more, which means more pressure, more blitzing.
Now back to throw. And he finds a man with a crossing route. And he's able to work it here to the 8-yard line. It'll be a pickup of 15 as that'll lead to third down.
Brandon, so many times we see the crossing route start as a quick hitter, but in this play, he had time in the pocket and waited for him to clear going across.
Back now in Seattle, Washington. It's been a very hotly contested game to this point. Just a field goal separating these two teams as we get set for the fourth quarter. The Seahawks on third down. They've been very good, 5 for 7 thus far. They're up against a 3rd-and-1 situation. They'll set up a throw. He dumps it off to Barkley. And he is in for the Seattle touchdown. Saquon Barkley. He scored on the ground and through the air. And the Seahawks add on to their lead. Point after, right down the middle. And his guys will take a 10-point lead. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This one fielded at the 5. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28-yard line. And now out comes Minnesota. And they had to wait a long time to get the football back. Probably not what you were hoping for when you got an offense that's humming.
Agreed. What you were looking for is a defense getting the ball back pretty quickly, right? Hoping for a 3-and-out. So that didn't happen. You can't yell at your D for that. They've got to take care of their own business and reestablish themselves now that they're back on the field.
Back 99 Philly, here we go.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And room to run as he's out past the 35-yard line. 8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on second and short.
No, check, Patriot.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll bring it up here to right at the 40-yard line. At 5 yards on the play there, the drive will continue. Now, yes, a 2-possession game, but a good chunk of time on the clock, so they have the ability still there to run it on second and short, but maybe they need to pick it up a bit.
You're right. They did pick up the first down there, but they, as you mentioned, they have to pick up the pace then because it's a 2-possession game. They've got to get there twice to make sure they have a chance to win.
A good pickup there, 26 yards. You cannot write these guys off just yet, not with a quarterback like that under center.
You mean it actually crossed your mind with him running the team that you could actually maybe write this game off?
Not yet.
Not a chance.
Pressure comes. He's taken down by the Seahawk defense.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing second and a bundle. Looking to throw. Williams. He's got the connection over the middle to Diggs. His second catch of this wild card game, and it goes for a first down.
The goal for any offense versus a zone defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball in the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. A perfectly executed crossing route. Now they'll run it on the toss. And he'll be taken down near the 20 at the 21. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
Whenever we talk about the best strong safeties, one word constantly comes up, and that's instincts. Being able to diagnose run or pass and make the appropriate moves.
He crashed down hard there. He was ready for that running play. It's an 8-yard pickup and leads to a new set of downs.
And he continues to pile up the yardage. That puts him over $150 now. And this...
It's caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Minnesota. Damian Ratley, a 12-yard touchdown grab. And the Vikings are able to make this a close game again. Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this fourth quarter. So just a 3-point game now as they send this one away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Seahawks offense now, they get set to go back to work. I don't want to say that they're completely against the wall here, Charles, but all of a sudden, with the run that they've been on the other sideline, this is down to a 3-point game. They got to be careful.
Not much space from their back to the wall, though. So you're
True.
Exactly right. They've got to be careful here. But this is where the value of note-taking and recall comes into play. What was working earlier? Why was it working? Can you get those types of matchups again? And can you run those plays that get you a little bit more breathing room and a little bit of space?
It's a 6-yard pickup, but it gets them to 2nd and 4. They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31.
All right, here we go. Blue 90. Blue 90.
Now they'll throw here out of the gun. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. They call his number again. It's his 6th catch and a first down.
When an offense reads blitz, doesn't matter where it's coming from, tight ends know that they become a big part of the passing game because they should be an easy outlet when all those extra bodies are trying to get to the quarterback. A hot route, so to speak.
Gone, 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 gone. Mike's 54. Mike's 54. Hey, pick it up, defense. Let's go. Win the rep, win the rep. Let's go, right here.
Quick hitter here, it's complete. And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. And now the Vikings are going to stop it here on defense with a timeout. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the fourth quarter.
Here we go now. 319. 319.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he takes it down to the 40 with a pickup of 4. Offensively with the lead, you want to run the ball, keep the clock going, but you also want to still kind of be in attack mode too, right? So how do you do that and not come back on your heels?
Yeah, think about all the practices we've watched where they have that tempo period to go over things just like this, where they describe the scenario, tell you what they're looking for, and make sure that they're still attacking, yet at the same time not going so fast as to leave too much time on the clock.
Leopard! Leopard! Set! 319! 319!
Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. Great coverage downfield. Another timeout called by the Vikings now. That's going to be their second. They'll be left with one more plus the 2-minute warning, and we'll be back. Possibly a turning point. Big play coming. This is 3rd and long.
Hey, here we go now. Green 39. Green 39.
Escaping the pressure right. He's going to run, but he's got a long way to go. Only able to get back a yard for his efforts, and that leads us to 4th down. And a timeout here. Timeout taken, whistles blown. Timeout taken by the receiving team. So that will leave them with no timeouts left. Still plenty of time on the clock. We'll see how that affects things here in this 4th quarter. Now here's Michael Dixon. And surprisingly, this is the first punt of the game for either team. And a nice job here on special teams. This will be down inside the 10 at the 8-yard line. Now the Minnesota offense set to take over again. And things are starting to move in the right direction. They get the touchdown last drive, then their defense gets them the football back.
Yeah, now they have a chance to get the lead if they can put something together here. I'm eager to see how they decide to do it. They want to be methodical, or they want to take the big strike and go after it right now.
And they work this out past the 25. Great way to start the drive. 20 big ones and a first down. Now they'll run it on the toss. And he'll take this up near the 35, maybe the 34. It'll be a 5-yard pickup there, and it will take us to the 2-minute warning. Now they'll run it on the toss. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. They'll wind up losing 4 yards on the play, and that'll make it 3rd down. They'll look to throw. Going to throw right side here, complete. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. 17 yards on the pickup there, and also a first down. Now they'll run it on the toss. A good run there on first down, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 2.
So where'd all that running room that he had in the first half go? Because it looks like it's drying up a little bit here. Someone made some adjustments, it appears, at least on this drive.
He's back to throw. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And brought down, but able to get it to their 30-yard line. And 15 yards there on the catch and run.
Partner, you got to like what they're doing right there. Little by little, they're getting closer. Another good pickup.
Another big hitter there. This one good for 18. Probably had 60,000 thinking pass right there, including us in the booth.
Yeah, no doubt about it. That was a big call, big guts on that one. And guess what? That run, it'll pay dividends.
Running game working. They'll stick with it on first down. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. And now the Seahawks are going to take a timeout here on defense, as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. Now they'll run it on the toss. And he'll be stopped just outside the 5 at the 6. And now the Seahawks are going to call another timeout. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play. The Vikings on 3rd down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 4. Now they'll run it on the toss. And he will score. Touchdown, Vikings. A great play there. His 2nd touchdown of the night. And the Vikings have taken the lead here in the 4th quarter. Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. And the Seahawks get ready to trot out on the field. They're down here in a one-score game, but the time, it's a factor, but it's not a huge factor right now, is it?
It's really not, because this amount of time gives them a chance to run their offense, to go through play sequences. And this is what they work on every week in practice, usually on a Friday. They go over this type of a situation, late-game situations. What are we going to do when we have the opportunity? They've called these plays a bunch of times. Now's their chance to execute them.
They have the opportunity now. Here's the execution. A hit as he throws there, incomplete. So he's unable to complete it there, and just not the game that you would expect from him. He's been off the mark really start to finish.
Yeah, it makes you wonder what exactly is going on. Is he a little bit dinged up here, or is he just off just by a bit? Maybe he can get it back in this situation. He'll need to.
Now let's go. Blue, learn it. Blue.
Back to throw. Eluding the pressure right. And seeing nowhere to throw, he chucks this one away from harm. Incomplete. Now it's third down. So back-to-back incompletions, now 3rd and 10. And first things first, before you think about marching the ball down the field, you got to move the chains.
You're exactly right. Got to get back into focus here. Get the first down. That's what's vital to them.
Back to throw. And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked off here at the 32. And they're going to be set up in the red zone at the 15.
And that one, it's going to hurt big time. You're in the 2-minute drill trying to get your guys down the field, and it's looking like they're going to go up just short, as this is definitely not his best throw. And it'll wind up being intercepted.
Victory formation time for the Vikings as they'll take a knee here. Victory formation time for the Vikings as they'll take a knee here. And now we're going to get a timeout here called by the defense, as they'll stop it with 27 seconds showing on the clock. The chance of wasting this great starting field position, a real threat. This is 3rd and long. They go down to a knee, and that will do it. They are moving on here in the playoffs.
And there it is, that symbol that ends a game that one team loves and the other team can't stand, taking a knee. And guess what? The visitors came in and got it done. Wild card round, first step on their way trying to get to the Super Bowl.
First step indeed. They're underdogs. We'll see if they can continue to make some noise in the playoffs, but a good first step. So that'll move them up 5, make the kick a little easier.
Now, rarely do you get kickers that don't want some yardage closer to the post, right? It's rare, but in this case, they definitely take them.
And the kick is good. So you wonder how this one might be remembered the next time these two teams meet. But until then, this game's over. Their season, it comes to an end here in the wild card round.
And their goal was to win a divisional round game and get to the conference championship, but they weren't able to get that done. But I don't think it's all negative here. I think it's still a very good season. Didn't quite get
so that'll do it.